What's up, YouTube? This is Spade here, and today I am going to bring you guys a standard OU battle. And this is a match that I actually just had like a couple hours ago because my Wi-Fi battle stack is just completely drained. There's nothing there, but I wanted to bring you guys something for this fine Saturday evening. So I had a couple OU battles. This was one of them, and there we go. You can see the teams right there. This is just like a completely random team. I didn't have time to make my current PO team for Wi-Fi, so didn't have time to solve it, so I just drew some guys together and went at it. And this match actually turned out to be a pretty interesting one. And originally I had Terrakion on the lead spot, so I was like, he's not gonna lead with his Tyranitar, which otherwise would be his, you know, lead number one. So I decided to go with Espeon, and there we go. He actually doesn't lead with Tyranitar. Instead, he leads with a Metagross. So I'm just gonna set up my Reflect here. He actually just goes for Bullet Punch, I guess, expecting me to set up screens so he could just, you know, at least get some damage before I have my screens up. And here I'm just gonna switch into my Gliscor because I know I can take anything that he has, and there's a high chance also that he's gonna send out this Tyranitar right now. So I will get my Poison Heal activated for free, and now I can just start whittling this Tyranitar down as I go for the Earthquake. Looks to be a solid 2-hit KO. He goes for Stone Edge, misses. I do not see Leftovers, so that means he's most likely Choice Bandit. So, but to be honest, I don't really know why he stayed in the first place, because I could have taken even a Bandit Stone Edge, because this is a Gliscor. But it is actually a gimmicky set, as I go for the Fling, and I fling my Toxic Orb at the Gastrodon, because I know I can take at least one Scald, because Gastrodons rarely carry too much Spec Attack EVs, and we already saw Leftovers, so it's not like Specs or anything. And they rarely have, you know, Ice Beam anyways, because Dual Stab and Toxic and Recover. So I do take the hit, get him Toxic with my Fling. Some of you may remember this Gliscor set from long time ago. I decided to give it a try, and it actually did some work in this match, you will see later on. But I cannot take another hit, and I do not have Protect on this Gliscor, so I go into my specially defensive Espeon to set up my Light Screen, which I didn't set up earlier, because by the looks of it, his team is more physically orientated when it comes to sweepers, so setting up the Light Screen wasn't really my #1 priority earlier, but now I decided to do it since I'm up against a Gastro, which is Toxic, so you know, I can get the Toxic cracking up too. And now, since I do have my screens up, I'm just gonna try to attack him with the Psyshock, and he actually goes into his Terrakion. I'm not really sure why, or maybe he was expecting me to go for a recovery move, but then again, I'm not running a Sun team or anything, so I'm not packing the Morning Lights, or it wouldn't make sense. But anyways, gonna stay in here and scout what kind of Terrakion am I dealing with. It turns out to be Life Orb, and here I make a bit of a questionable play as I go into my -1, and I don't go for the obvious Ice Shot, because I was kind of expecting him to go into Fortress, so I decided to go for Stealth Rocks and right here. But then I came to think that, oh wait, since this guy's Life Orb, he may just be carrying the Quick Attack, because lately I've been seeing quite many Terrakions run that. So I decided to check and go into my Gliscor, but actually he doesn't, so, you know, would have been best for me just to stay in here. So that was kind of a, you know, wasted play, but didn't really end up mattering too much, as you will see on the following turns. But Gliscor takes the hits pretty well, and now in comes Fortress, and I'm just gonna taunt him just to prevent him from setting up any entry assets in form of Spikes or Stealth Rocks, because he doesn't even have his rocks yet, so I'm not even sure does this thing have. So I go for it. He actually just goes for Rapid Spin, just to get rid of my rocks, and here I'm gonna use Thief, and I will steal his Leftovers. So now my Gliscor has Lefties and Poison Heal, so it's gonna get a massive amount of HP back every single turn. So there we go, first Leftovers, then Poison Heal, and that also means this Fortress will not be recovering back to Sturdy, which is excellent. So here I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake, since I do have Lefties and Poison Heal going on already on my Gliscor, so it's time to start attacking. I don't know if how many of you actually remember this Gliscor, but yeah, it's a gimmicky set, and gotta say it's really fun to use, and in this case it does some work. It really does. As in comes Gastrodon, I'm just gonna whittle it down with EQs. I was expecting maybe I can take him out with another EQ, but I just don't. Maybe if I had got absolute max, but it doesn't happen, so that's kinda oh well. And he's just gonna go for recover. I didn't want to go for taunt because it was kind of risky, and the thing is, he is already toxic, so it'll be just racking up on him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just gonna keep going for the EQs now, because now especially I have enough HP to live a Scald from this Gastrodon, so he goes for Scald, and it does bring me down pretty low, but after lefties and my poison heal, I'll be getting a lot back again. And the nice thing here is that he actually doesn't die to the toxic this turn, meaning that I can take him out this turn, and that means that more recovery for me. So here we go. Leftovers and poison heal, which is gotta say this is getting pretty boring here already, but stallish with these afterturn effects, but yeah, that's what this Gliscor does. Anyways, now in comes this Metagross, which is going to set up his rocks. So Metagross, after all, was his stealth rocker. Kind of makes sense because he did lead with it anyways. But my EQ will be a 2-hit KO, and I was like, well, he can't one-shot me unless he has like Ice Punch. But then he goes for Explosion boosted by the freaking normal gem, and I was like, what the heck is going on right here? So he's gonna take himself out, but he's gonna take me out in the process, because with the boost of normal gem and Metagross's naturally really high attack stat, he has the power to do that, and I was like, what the heck is going on? But there goes my Gliscor, but it did some work, it did some work. It whittled down his team, and well, at least now I don't have to deal with the Metagross. But anyways, I sent out my fastest guy on this team, which is Gengar. Gonna go for the substitute. This is pretty much a standard sub-disable set, and in comes this Tyranitar, and I guess I could go for the disable, because I was kind of thinking, I had the feeling that this thing is choice banded. Most likely is, since we didn't see leftovers anyways, but I was like, let's just take this thing out right here, right now. Go for the Focus Blast. From this range, it'll be easily in a KO range, and so I do. Go for the Focus Blast, take him out, and in comes Forretress. Now, I guess I could have subbed down on this thing, but I decided I would go into my Heatran, and the thing is, since he doesn't have leftovers going on anymore, he won't be getting back to his sturdy range, so I can easily take him out with the Heatran, which I do send out right here, and I knew that he couldn't touch my Heatran anyway, so I thought it would be the best option. And here he actually switches into his friggin' Infernape, which basically just seals me the game, because I really wanted to get some extra damage on this thing, because I knew that my only thing to outspeed this guy, barring my Terrakion with Speed Tie, would be Gengar. Gengar would be the only thing faster, but it cannot one-shot Infernape, but now it easily can. So what I'm going to do is sack my Mamoswine right here, scout what he's going to do. He actually turns out to be a specially orientated Infernape, as he goes for the Focus Blast. But anyways, you know, that doesn't really matter, as I go into my Gengar and just revenge kill him with my Shadow Ball and take him out. And now basically all that he has left is a Forretress, and I can just easily deal with that thing. So there we go, got some after-turn effects going on again, and in comes Forretress. I'm basically just leaving this thing in as a death fodder, as I just go for a Shadow Ball, maybe get the Spec D drop, which I do end up getting here, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. But he actually just goes for a Spike, so I'm like, hey, let's go into... Let's send out Heatran right here, because it's not like he can touch my Heatran anyways, and if he's just not gonna kill me, and I guess I could have gone for the Focus Blast, but I was like, hey, let's send out Heatran. Heatran is, in a way, my signature Pokemon anyways, as you may know. This one doesn't carry Balloon though, which I possibly could just put on it. And here I decided to reveal a move which I do carry on this Heatran, which is Sunny Day. Smogon actually has a standard set Sunny Day Heatran. It is actually a pretty good Pokemon to deal with weather Pokemon, other, you know, like Ninetales and Politoed and Tyranitar. And it also carries Solar Beam. Pretty interesting set, I must say. I decided to give it a try. And I should probably replace the leftovers, but yeah, I just forgot to change the item on this Heatran. But anyways, one of my Fire Blasts did miss, but the other one hits. So that was like a -1 special defense on the Fortress. Then Sunny Day, then Stab Fire Blast from Heatran. That Fortress totally got destroyed and fried and all that good stuff. Somebody calc me how much that Fire Blast actually did. But indeed, that will be the game. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up if you did. That I would really appreciate it. The support from you guys. And don't really know if I'm going to be doing more battles with this team. It actually worked out pretty well on the couple of random battles. I might be posting the other one that I had, you know, sometime next week. But yeah, this team did work out pretty well, so I might just give it a try again sometime. Or I might just make my PO team to Wi-Fi. I'll have to see what I'll do. But basically, that will be all for today. So again, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up, all the good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace.